a city where half of the population is under 25, youth culture is everywhere. Here in the crush of Mexico City's El Chopo market, thousands are attracted by live bands and a high-octane mix of fashion and attitude.
Somewhere between the second or third largest city in the world. And so that kind of size and scope permits youth to really do whatever the hell they want.
Daniel Hernandez is a Mexican-American writer who's been covering the city's youth culture since he moved here from California 6 years ago.
In this kind of really kinetic and energetic, in some cases hostile or difficult or challenging urban environment, different things can happen in those kind of places of tension that exist between the young person and the city, the young person and their neighborhood, the young person and their family, the young person and their school. It's just a big, big place.
Unlike his home in the United States, where so much youth culture has been absorbed into the mainstream, Daniel Hernandez says resistance to authority is still central to the array of tribes Mexico City's young are drawn to.
In the 1980s here, the police really violently repressed different forms of those cultural expressions through music and through punk rock and even through goth and through the skinhead movement and the ska movement. All of that still survives. Being punk is still a mode of resistance.
A recent change in the nation's political leadership has seen an upsurge in youth-led resistance. Endemic corruption, the long-running war against Mexico's drug cartels, and deep economic disparities have been the focus of a procession of protests.
I think I'm optimistic because any change will come like in 10 years and probably we're going to be like part of that change that came in that future. Maybe me and a lot of persons that work in the movement and are seeing Mexico right now, we'll see a better Mexico after.
Mexico City's so-called youth explosion is set to get louder and more challenging over the coming years as the juggernaut of urbanization swells this megacity's ranks even further.
That's what produces good culture, those challenges. And I think that's what makes kids really find ways to express themselves and to do it with this effervescence and this vitality and this sense of urgency. That, I think, is one of the main differences. It's hard to live here, so that makes good youth culture.